said, okay, okay, loser. Okay, loser. We go.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right, come on.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now. You look at this Raiders defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Well, this defense for the Raiders very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fielded just inside the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
From the gun, it's Tua. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Dolphins
7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
He's got a man, complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
Jason Sanders, the kickoff for Miami.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
They're on the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Miller. Open man is the first-round pick, Brock Bowers. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Back to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Miller. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Miller. That's to Bowers once again. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even 3 more plays.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll go with a keeper. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah, he might come get me, right?
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
They work now on 2nd and 9.
All right, fellas, listen up. Solo left Zion. Turbo 1.
Up the middle, Achane. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Raiders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Miller now throwing to start the drive. That's caught. It's the former Bill, Gabe Davis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Miller. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And it's incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
This offense so far on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. The kick by Carlson is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Go ahead.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Double three, kick. Out.
Now Tua. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. The Dolphins at 6-3 on the year, and they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. Looking to pass. Tua. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Let's go. Long. Ready, set.
Here's Tua. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Tua going to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your...
It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
2nd down in a yard. Back to throw. Miller. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's Miller from the gun on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Bowers. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This taken in right around the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. 1 second, all that remains. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Jason Sanders to kick off line.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Miller throwing to start the drive. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Miller. Short throw caught by Bowers. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Miller. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And Davis has it over the middle. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Miller. And that one his first incompletion in its last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Miller from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold.
Right here.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, an I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Now 2nd and 3. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Miller now, operating from the gun.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Flush to his right. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Off the bootleg. Miller. They'll roll him out right. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, it got to him. So they decided, let's get him out of there, bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. The kick by Carlson is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Tua sets up to pass it. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Hey, turbo one. Scat. Out.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. He's going to let this one go deep. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's Miller. Off play action. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
You're not going to get many better opportunities than that to take the lead in the fourth quarter. He's got a man wide open. But, oh, my goodness, just too much air under the ball, and he knew it right away.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Solo left Zion.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, 28 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a two-score deficit. Open man down the field. It's Bowers. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Short throw caught by Bowers. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's to the left side where he's got Bowers. And he's taken down inside the 30.
A gain of 12. First down, Raiders.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's first and 10. Looking to throw. Miller. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Back to throw. Miller. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Bowers. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. This to get it back to a 1-score game. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game.
They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to